Chrome 23, Miami Knights got announced. There are 5 battles on this card. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. First off, Shayrak versus Zan. I am familiar with Zan. I know she is part of the trenches. Easy to Block Captains League. I am more familiar with Shayrak, so my apologies, Zan. I'm going to give you a round. I'm going to go 2-1. I think Shayrak is a very, very good artist. And I think Zan is going to try to prove a point, right? This is going to be her debut on the channel, on the Chrome brand. So I'm pretty sure she's going to come in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take Zan at the upset. I'm going to take Zan upset. I'm going to say Zan 2-1. I'm going to take a risk on a newcomer. I don't know
Well,
how
shout out to
familiar
Zan. You know, if my mama's still watching, but Zan is a big fan of my mama, and I think my mama's a big fan of Zan. And so last time I saw her at the last Chrome event when Big K and Jazz battled, she made sure to pull me to the side and tell me how much she loved my mama. And she's a fan, and, you know, we just kind of had a good conversation. I also remember Zan because when I was preparing to battle K Prophet, I referenced the bar in the K Prophet battle. You know, her last battle was Panic Room, and she battled Zan on the Panic Room on Queen of the Ring. And anyways, but you know what? Some people do have the same name, and I could be, but I think it was the same Zan. I don't know if there's 2 Zans, but anyway, I say all that to say, yeah, I'm interested to see that battle. I'm not too familiar with Shayrak. I've seen her, you know, but I don't, you know, I can't go back to a certain battle and say, she gets in a different bag. So I think it's going to be a debatable battle, and I'm going with Zan as well. You know, debut on Chrome. Trenches card is that same weekend. A lot of people going to be in there. Heavy trenches. You know, I think it's going to give her some energy and give her that extra oomph to take the win.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. If you are so inclined, you can check out Shayrak versus Tony Blanco, which dropped on the Chrome 23 channel, which if I remember correctly, was a really good battle between those two. So I'm going
Very
to
underrated.
refresh refresh myself for that battle. All right. Next up, we got Shuni the Rapper versus E Hart. That's going to be a banger. I'm actually going to be excited to watch that one. I'm going to go E Hart 2-1. I think Shuni's going to be motivated, but I think E Hart, her rapping ability, I think it's going to be a little bit too much in this one. I hope that Shuni can get through clean. Obviously, there was a lot of debate during Wody about Shuni and, you know, her stumbles and chokes. Shuni, having met her for the first time at Chrome 23 last year, very personable, really nice young lady. And so I'm rooting for a dope battle, but I think I'm going to take E Hart 2-1 in this one.
I'm interested to know what kind of stage it is. If it's a big stage, I'm taking Shuni. If it's a pit style, I'm taking Hart. But I don't know what kind of stage it is, so that's interesting. But I'm gonna go to the other side of it. I'm gonna take Shuni in the battle. I think Hart is very, very good. She raps very well. I think Shuni's got a little bit more in her tool belt. So
okay. All right, next up, Prestavia versus Shayna Ashley. I'm happy for Shayna. Again, referencing Wody, there was a lot of back and forth about Shayna, and I think a lot of what kept her from being hired is that she didn't have enough battles. So I'm hoping that this year she gets at least 4 to 5 opportunities to be outside against quality opponents on known leagues. And so Prestavia is making her return. I believe the last time she battled was on Chrome, right? That was the card that you were on, right?
Yeah, she battled official. Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, this is a tough one. Prestavia's fire. Shayna Ashley also fire.
It's gonna be hard for me to pick against Shayna Ashley. I'm not gonna lie. After watching the first 2 rounds against Rosenberg, like, she instantly became one of my top 3 favorite female battle rappers.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Shayna. Prestavia, because she's been sitting for a while, will there be ring rust? Right. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Shayna on that one. I think, again, while she had a 3rd battle. I think shout out to Mike in the dungeon. He showed us it was on a league out in California against a gentleman whose name I don't remember. I watched the first round for both, but I'm going to go with Shayna. I think she's going to come to rap. I think based off what happened with Wody, I also think she's going to be there to prove a point. But I also expect this to be probably my battle of the night.
Yeah, me too. This is the main event to me. This is the one I'm most excited to see, and I mean that. But yeah, I love Prestavia. I think she's incredible. I thought she was really good against Official. I thought she's just really good against a lot of people. When she battled Yoshi, she was great. But yeah, man, it's hard for me to pick against Shayna Ashley after seeing her the most recently. And I do think this is another battle that is kind of like stage or pit. You know what I mean? Like I think that Prestavia kind of has a little bit of a rapping ability over Shayna Ashley, to where if this is a pit style with the energies everybody around or whatever, I can see her getting into pockets and kind of styling a little bit on Shayna. But yeah, I kind of just feel like in stature and everything, Shayna can kind of like tower over Prestavia and kind of like, even go kind of bully mode on her while punching and doing things, that are really good. So I'm going to edge Shayna Ashley as well.
All right, cool. Next up, we got, did I really close this out? I might have. Hold on one second. It's Jade versus Coffee Brown. I'm going to go Coffee. Although Jade, this is going to, I'm not going to say that. I think I'm going to go with Coffee, but I think there's an opportunity for Jade to potentially catapult herself into conversations for even bigger names. Like Jade obviously has respected resume. She battled Twerk. If it wasn't last year, it was in 2022. But I think this has, with a good, solid performance here, this has the opportunity for her to see some bigger names. So I'm going to go Coffee, but I'm hoping that Jade is going to show up, be very entertaining, and like I said, show improve and earn some opportunities on some similar type stages and brands. Shout out to We Go Hard though.
I'm not sure if it's Coffee's debut on Chrome or not. But Coffee had an incredible year last year. She obviously finished, top 2 of WOTY for a reason. She went overseas. She took battles on the road. She performed against high competition. She's been in these big matchups like this plenty of times. She's battled Twerk. She's battled Geechee. She's battled, shout out to Coffee. Her resume speaks for itself. Jade is talented. I think she has the ability to win the battle. But just based off of kind of experience and just kind of the level in which I felt like Coffee was rapping last year, as long as it's stick to the same this year, I think Coffee takes the battle.
I'm looking here to see. I think this is her. Yes, because I'm looking at her verse tracker, which I believe is pretty up to date. Yeah, Anybody Can Die Battle League, the Riot, Beast Mode, Queen of the Ring, Premier Battle. So yeah, and she was on URL versus Twerk in her return last year. So yeah, so this will be Coffee's debut on Chrome. So yeah, I'm gonna go Coffee, and now the card that is at the top of the bill, or the battle that's at the top of the bill, excuse me. Averb versus Swamp. This has been a battle that has been long talked about, long discussed. I'll let you set it off, sir. How you call it?
Yeah, I just don't see. I mean, I've seen Averb battle. I thought against Shotgun Suge. Personally, I think that's still like his best as of late. A lot of people think he did really great against me. I felt like I won all 3 rounds. I felt like he had some moments, a few bars here and there. A lot of it was, crowd in the building, just wanting to see Averb rap. His material against Mickey Fax was good. I mean, it was solid. But if we're not gonna get, I didn't like his material against Ill Will. I didn't think it was very good. I thought it was, pretty standard, whatever. But if we're not going to get an Averb that was like, kind of that Shotgun Suge or better, I just don't think he has the ability to compete with somebody that's like Swamp. I think Swamp is just too good, and at battling, and I don't see Swamp losing at all. I see him winning clearly. You taking Verb? Are you taking Verb? Is this the last episode of the podcast? Is this our season finale?
To be fair, I did take Verb versus Will in the prediction. I had Verb 2-1. Watching that battle, he to me, Will won all 3. Mm-hmm. I think, to me, I know a lot of people mentioned Verb's first as his best round. I thought his third was his best round. And the problem is that I feel like Will had an angle in his third that was just better execution, better bars, better round. Man, Verb has a way of in the
Oh, I
lead
can
up to
finish that sentence. I can finish that sentence for you.
in the lead up to battles of placing talking points that get stuck in your head. And if you are not like a super fan, so like obviously when he battled you, there are lots of talking points that he had where I'm just like, guys, just a simple like browsing of Ward's resume will show you, right? So he went with the white boy angle against you, that you lose the white boys. He went with the you have ghost riders, you have a writing team. He went with nobody knows you, you're not from Kansas City.
Right.
And he's taking some of the same angles, right? He's already went with the Swamp has riders.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
went with nobody knows you from your spot. And now he's going to an angle that I think has some merit, which is Swamp chokes. Now, granted, I don't keep up with Swamp's career enough to say like an LTBR stat and go, hey, in Swamp's last 5 battles, he's choked in 35% of them, right? I don't know that off the top of my head, but that particular talking point is staying with me a little bit. Swamp has wanted this battle for a minute. I'm going to take Swamp. I'm going to say Swamp 2-1 because I think, to me, Verb had the motivation for you. I thought he would be more inspired versus Will because I do think that was a legacy battle. I don't know where he gets the motivation to beat Swamp. He's not going to choke. He's going to get through his rounds clean. He's going to wrap his material. I just don't see where to me, this is a pay Verb type battle for him. I'm getting paid well.
Yeah.
I just don't see where he finds the motivation to battle Swamp. Like Swamp is just a name on his check. This means everything to Swamp. If Verb loses, I'm still Verb. He's still going to say he won.
Look, he's gonna do the same thing with Chef Trez after he's done with Swamp. You know what I mean? And try to build up the Chef Trez battle and do some other, he's just And you're like you said, it doesn't matter. He's literally gonna, he's gonna go in there and he's gonna tell everybody in his spaces that Swamp choked and Swamp didn't choke. And he's gonna have them like he'll just completely lie. And then everybody will be like,
I mean, I think against Will, there are moments though. They're just not consistent. And I went after that battle and actually watched like a best of Verb, right, from different battles from his on different leagues. And I just hope he can tap into some of his bars versus Briz, Arsenal. Obviously, Hitman was a more personal battle at home in St. Louis. B Dot, right? Like I want him to somehow tap into those old performances because when he does, he's really good and he's really hard to beat.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like I said, the Swamp choking thing is sticking with me, but I just hope that Swamp, because this is a battle he's wanted for so long, he's chased for so long, that he's going to show up with 3 rounds and be clean. And if he does, I think he gets a 2-1, maybe even 30.
Yeah.
All right. That's our show for tonight, man. We've been on for an hour and a half. So we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Tune in next week. We're going to come back with more 4 more picks in our mock draft. I want to talk about one and done in college basketball. NBA playoffs will be, because I think there's only like 2 or 3 games left in the season for just about all the teams. So we're going to talk Sunday's NBA, playing games. Looking forward to the playoffs. Let me tell you, never mind. I'll say that when we actually get to the playoffs. But please remember, you can check every episode of It's a Black and White Theme by going to the podcast app of your choice. Give us 5 stars, subscribe, share the podcast there. You can also check us out here on YouTube every Tuesday, Thursday, around 7 o'clock ish. Hit the notification bell, subscribe, hit the like button, share the broadcast, tell everybody. Oh dang, I forgot how to go. Tell a friend to tell a friend it's them boys again or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, until next time, it's been a black
and white
thing, man. We'll holler at y'all next week, man. Y'all be easy.